He's one of the most well-known acts playing this year, and one that I'm looking forward to the most, I have to say. It's Newton Faulkner. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us today. As I said, you are one of the biggest names, one of the most well-known, definitely. How are you feeling? You've got a set later. Are you nervous?
Not yet. I think I'll be. Yeah, no, because I've had quite a busy day. I did like a workshop first thing.
Yeah.
It was kind of 12 till. I think it must have been about 1:45. Well, for ages. So I'm kind of good and warm, which is handy. No, I don't get that nervous anymore. I was just trying to think of the last thing that I got really nervous at. Oh, was when I had to. It's the most nervous I think I've ever been. I was singing "Life on Mars," but with Rick Wakeman playing. So you can't mess that up. That would have been horrible. Luckily I didn't. But that was the most nervous I've ever been. If I'm doing stuff that I actually really know, then I'm not too bad.
So hopefully you're going to be in the moment and enjoy it later and not feel too nervous. I was going to ask you about the workshop actually, because you were running a workshop, a guitar workshop earlier.
Yeah, no, that was. I think the most nerve-wracking thing with that is that if you're doing a guitar workshop, it kind of the starting point is that you know a lot about it, which I mean I kind of wing a lot and I mess around a lot and I kind of experiment a lot, but I don't feel like I actually kind of know that much that can be passed on. So when I first stepped out, I was like, okay. But no, it really came together. It was good.
I'm sure that your pupils were just thrilled to have a lesson from Newton Faulkner himself.
No, I got some really good feedback because I did the signing tent as well, and there was quite a few kind of familiar faces there.
So which do you think you'll want to do more in the future, playing sets or workshops?
I think sets are still more fun, but it's quite nice to be, I guess, kind of giving something back and trying to pass on some stuff.
Passing on to future talent, hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, I was incredibly lucky. I had some amazing teachers, and it's another skill.
Because you studied at an academy, didn't you? You're
did.
a proper musician.
Not proper. It was like the Academy of Contemporary Music, and I got a BTEC diploma in rock. So it's not that proper, but it was good. I mean, I got a hell of a lot out of it. Definitely kind of advanced my playing a huge amount. But then the other bit that was really useful, kind of that took me by surprise, was the music business studies bit. Which I remember reading it on the kind of thing, and I was like, oh, what? I don't want it. Boring. And then it turned out to be, incredibly useful later on.
There's a lot of young people at the Folk Festival this year, as well as a wide range, a diverse range of ages and types of people here. What are you enjoying the most about it? Are you looking forward to seeing anyone in particular?
I haven't. I've been running around like a lunatic for months, so I'm not quite sure who else is playing. I know it's terrible, but I just kind of get spat out in random directions, and I'm only here for today. So I know that Bella Head I really want to see because I've heard lots of good things about them.
We're chatting to them later on.
Aye, say hi.
I will do.
But other than that, I haven't really had a chance to do my research.
We just spoke to Frank Turner as well, and he mentioned he was quite excited about Bellowhead, and we asked him whether he had a question he wanted us to ask. Do you have a question you wanted us to ask to Bellowhead?
I haven't seen it. It'd be the first time I've seen them, so I don't know what questions I need to ask.
I'll ask them whether they enjoyed your stuff. I'll ask them that. I'm sure they'll say yes.
That could go horribly wrong.
No, I'm sure they'll say yes. Everyone's very friendly here. So your two most well-known songs are "Dream Catch Me," which you wrote yourself.
That was a big one. Well, I wrote it with someone. Let's go right. I wrote it with it was actually a guy that used to be in the Long Pigs, if you remember them, a long time ago.
And the other big song is your cover of Massive Attack's "Teardrop."
That was really risky, but really paid off. I was incredibly worried about that at the time. I actually kind of did it. I recorded it because I've been playing it live, but I recorded it kind of under the proviso that if I didn't think it was good, it went nowhere, and it was completely like all the tapes were destroyed. But no, it turned out all right.
Yeah, well, it's one of my favourite songs, and as I said to you a minute ago, I love your version of it, so thank you for that. Your debut album was called Hand Built by Roadbots, and that was released in 2007. Mm-hmm. And then you had amazing success with it, but you had an accident a year later.
Yeah, in between the two albums. It was actually 5 days before I was meant to go into the studio. I fractured my radius, dislocated my... Oh, you can see the scar in there.
It's a big scar.
It's pretty good. Pretty piratey. But that didn't slow me down for that long. It was only, in reality, kind of about 3 weeks of proper not playing. And then I started sheepishly playing again.
But it threatened your guitar playing skills because it's on your wrist, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it was really, really close. Luckily not disastrous, but very close.
Very lucky, because you now got another. Well, you had another album. A second album was rebuilt by humans, and I read that was kind of about the event, about the accident. Is that right?
Yeah, no, the title was very much more about the operation than anything else. And also the other thing is underneath the CD is the X-ray, and it's actually my real X-ray. So that's my real wrist.
So people can buy the CD and they can have a picture of your bones.
I can have a look at my bones. Why not?
Interesting. And it went really well. It went gold, and
so I had a lot of fun. Had a huge amount of fun making it, actually. Probably more fun than I had making the first. Because the first one I just didn't know what was going on and felt a bit out. This one I kind of had a bit more of a handle on how things worked.
it went gold, and it was a Brit Award nominated as well. It was amazing.
It was wicked, was it?
Well, it was definitely, yeah.
I don't know, I kind of lose track because I'm in and out of the country, and I miss out on lots of things. Like I missed the height of my own stuff. I completely missed. I came back and was like, "What the hell has been going on?"
That's gutting. I hope you can enjoy it this weekend at least.
Oh no, I was in Australia. It wasn't horrible.
Well, it's a sunny place to be. If you're being successful around the world, and you get to be in Australia at the same time, and you've got a new album, another album out next summer.
Hopefully, that is the plan. It was meant to be out this summer, but we got nudged back. But it's sounding really good. I've got more material than I've ever had at any other point in my life.
Exciting. Are you going to be playing stuff from that album?
I might play something, but only if you're good. No, I will. I think there's a couple of bits I might chuck in. I tend to leave it relatively loose because it's just me.
Can't wait to hear it. Thank you so much for joining us. Can't wait.
Oh no, I was definitely going to do Robot Woman, which is a love song between a man and a robot. It's actually a duet between a man and a robot.
Got a thing about robots.
Apparently.
Thank you so much.
Right.